Sis, let's be real. October is here and another year has slipped away. The winter coats are coming out, the air is crisp, the holidays are just around the corner, and you're still single. You thought you'd be married by now, at least in love. But here you are, another year older, still waiting. And it stings. It stings when you see wedding invitations, baby showers, and your Facebook feed completely filled with family vacation photos. Meanwhile, you're left wondering how 12 more months passed by without anything changing for you. I know that ache. On paper, my life when I was single looked amazing. I had a master's degree. I was traveling for work, doing research in Europe and Japan and all over the States. I owned my own home. I was always swing dancing, always with friends. But at the end of the night, I went home alone, surrounded by people, yet deeply lonely. I remember crying in the shower after fun nights out because no matter how much success I had, there was nobody who was mine, nobody who really knew me. The ache of not having someone to share your life with, for me, it was its own kind of hell. And it's not just loneliness, it's hope deferred. Proverbs says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. And some of you are sick in your heart because you've prayed, waited, downloaded the apps, deleted the apps, then downloaded them again. And it feels like God's answer is always not yet. Wait longer. Not the right time. It wears you down. For me, part of the sting was realizing how much time had slipped by and what it was costing me. At 34, still single, I didn't realize how short my window was for having children. In fact, when Caleb and I got married, we tried for over a year and nothing happened. We had to see a doctor. We had to use some form of fertility treatments that it just wasn't in my plan. And maybe kids aren't part of your current plan, or maybe that season has already passed, but you still know in your heart every year that goes by, you're losing something precious. You may have built a lot by yourself, but you're missing out on the joy and creativity that love brings. You're missing the multiplied success that comes when two people are rowing together instead of one at the oar alone. Deep down, you know it would be so much more if you had a partner pulling with you. That's the cost. That's the ache. I remember a coworker in her 60s who had just gotten married. And I was talking to her one day and I said, "You just look so beautiful these days." And she smiled and said, "It's the lovin'. That's what was missing. That's the hell. Another year gone and still rowing alone." But, sis, there's the heaven. Heaven is coming into October with sparkle and anticipation, not dread. Heaven is finding a man who gets you like nobody else, a best friend who knows your fears, your dreams, your insecurities, and calls them precious. Heaven is someone who cares about every detail of your life. That's what Caleb is for me. I have friends, people I talk to, but he's the one who's in every nook and cranny of my life. and he loves being there. That's heaven. And I see it in my clients. One of them right now is deciding whether to get married at Christmas or Valentine's Day. Can you imagine that being your decision right now? Not will I ever get married, but do I marry the love of my life at Christmas or wait till Valentine's? Heaven is looking forward to Christmas with joy, thinking about the gift you'll buy the man you love, wondering what he'll surprise you with. Caleb and I are already talking about Christmas presents we might get for each other, and it feels so amazing. Heaven is planning traditions as a family together, sitting in church with someone's arm around you, laughing in the kitchen, planning vacations together, and building legacies side by side. Here's what else heaven looks like: rowing the boat together. I used to think I was successful. I had the career, the degree, the income. But when Caleb and I started pulling in the same direction, my life multiplied. With him by my side, I built a business that surpassed my engineering career. And together, we've created a legacy for our family that I never imagined on my own. That's what partnership does. That's what having a high value man by your side, one who can teach you, sharpen you, and help you multiply your gifts. That's what that does. And love isn't limited by age at all. I've had clients in their 60s get married through my program. They're not having kids, but they're RVing the country, buying homes, sharing grandkids, planning retirement. Love is for anyone. This is the heaven version of life. Sis, I want to pause right here and just encourage you. I've had so many clients who once thought marriage was impossible. They were convinced they'd missed their chance, that there wasn't anybody for them. But before they knew it, they were walking down the aisle toward the man God had set apart for them. I know women who've had children at 46. I've seen God turn situations around that seemed hopeless. Scripture is full of these stories where a woman wept and mourned, and the Lord turned her tears into rejoicing. That is what He will do for you. Your story's not over. This is still possible for you. God has not forgotten you. From the very beginning, He said it is not good for man to be alone. He designed you for partnership. That longing in your heart, He put it there. Scripture says, delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. He says that because He Himself is the one who placed those desires in you. As you delight in Him, you are being led by the Spirit. But here's what He didn't say. He didn't say, just pray and wait. He said, ask, seek, knock. He said, faith without works is dead. And if you've been taking the same action over and over, hoping for a different result, sis, that's insanity. You've got to combine effort with strategy. You've got to assess whether what you're doing is working. And if it's not, it's time for a different approach. So let me ask you, sis, is today your day? Everybody has a moment where they finally say, enough is enough. The day when the disgust for the hell where they are burns so deeply that they can't stand to stay there one more second. The day they stop tolerating the hell they're in and decide they are going to heaven no matter what. Maybe today is your day. Maybe today is the day you say, no more years slipping by. No more excuses. No more settling. No matter what I have to learn, no matter what I have to sacrifice, I am done. I'm done living in hell. I am getting to the heaven of love that I have dreamed of. And if that is you, if today is that day for you, I want to offer you the different approach that you need. Because the answer to leaving the hell of single life isn't try harder or wait longer. That's not going to get you the heaven you really want. The heaven of a kiss in time for New Year's. The answer is mentorship. Having a guide, a coach, a trainer who shows you how to do this differently. That's what I do for my clients. I teach women how men think. I show them how to talk to men in a way that makes high caliber men, men of faith, men of integrity, take notice. Because sis, if high caliber men haven't noticed you, it's not because they don't exist. It's because you don't yet know where to find them or how to connect with them. That's where my coaching changes everything. I help you build confidence. I give you strategy. I show you how to talk in the language that these godly, high caliber men talk in. So they finally see you for what you are, a rare, godly woman. I've seen it over and over. Like my client Tina, who started coaching in August and was married on Valentine's Day. Like my clients Lena, Jordan, Anjali, Sophia, and so many others who met the man they would marry in less than 6 months after starting coaching. And sis, I know you might be thinking, is this really possible for me? I've coached women who were broke, busy, or disbelieving that any good men even still existed. And I've watched each of them succeed when they finally took this step. This isn't about hoping anymore. This is about equipping yourself to move. It's about leaving behind the hell of loneliness and stepping into the heaven of love. So if you're ready to stop wasting years, stop spinning your wheels, and finally take the strategic steps toward the marriage you've been praying for, then it's time to join my coaching program, Kingdom Bride Unlocked. The link is in the show notes. Book your consultation today. Don't let another year slip by. Don't sit here next October with nothing changed. Because sis, this is how you get a kiss in time for New Year's. Let's get you married, sis.